Hello and welcome everyone to today's showcase. And before I continue, I just want to make sure that everyone can see me loud and clear. Fantastic. Now, today I'm going to be joined by my amazing co-host on the call. Oh, apologies. Looks like we got to update the slides, but Millie. Millie on the call with us?
Yes, I am here, Samir. Talofa, everybody.
Hello, hello. Fantastic. Well, Millie, tell us a little bit about your story before we continue.
All right. Talofa, everyone. Millie here from American Samoa. So my background is in the health industry. I work as a full-time pediatrician. And because of that, found myself working very, very long hours. And as a result, my health was neglected. I was overweight, wearing a size 22 dress, had low energy levels. I had poor digestion, and had really, a low self-esteem. I was just not feeling happy about myself. I really didn't want to be seen with my husband in public. So I found the community through a very good friend of mine. She saw me and she said, "Hey, Millie, you really need help with your health." And I said, "Yes, absolutely, I do." I got started on my nutrition program. I've lost 30 kilos. I'm down to a size 14. I've got my confidence back. I am just pumped. I'm just running around with so much energy. It's just unbelievable. Now, through my results, Samir, people, within the community, they started asking me naturally. They're like, "Dr. Millie, what is it that you're doing? You're so full of energy." And that's how I found the opportunity. It came very naturally. And I thought to myself, I have something that has helped me. So why not share it with others as well? So I do the business very part-time, Samir. My first income that I brought home to my two boys, to Villy and Isaiah, was $61 US dollars. Today, very part-time, I've added an extra 4,000 USD to my family budget. I do it, just by a lot of things that we do is by online, Fit Club, nutrition sessions, 21-day body transformations. But what's really exciting for us, Samir, is that not only are we helping the team here, people get better, but also, working very closely with our Pacific community to help the community, become better, become better in themselves, not only with their health, but also with their lifestyle. And we are just getting started, Samir. We're really excited for what the future will hold. How about yourself?
Of course. Now, bear with me, everyone. I'm just also going to bring up the slides and I want to show you all Millie's incredible results just as we go through, because I think it's a true testament to what she's been able to achieve here. But a bit about myself. Well, when I actually I got involved back at the start of 2024, and it was through some of my community members, actually, notably my father. Now, when I got involved, it was actually a little low point in my life. My contract had just been terminated at work. I really honestly didn't know where life was going next, and it really scared me. But more than that, at that point in time, I had put on quite a lot of weight. And I was someone who was quite proud of the fact that I've been going to the gym for a while. I tried my hardest to lose a lot of the weight. But what was just ending up happening is that I put on a lot of weight over Christmas and I was in a bad shape. So I decided to jump on the programs. I took the Ultimate program through my father. And I was quite surprised just in the first month alone, I lost a tremendous amount of weight. I lost body fat. I put on lean muscle mass. And what was interesting is fast forward about a month from then, I was actually able to build a little bit of a business around me. And through that business, I actually grew some team members, and you can see them on this slide here. But the best part for me was that at the very end of the year, for the first time in my life, I had abs. And I went from what I call the Jelly Bean 3-pack to actually having abs. But the weight in those two photos is exactly the same. What would happen is just by taking the program and learning the nutrition, I was able to reverse some of the damage I had done to my gut. I lost a lot of the bloating. And like I said, I put on lean muscle, and the result for me was tremendous. But what's been second to that is whilst I currently work in the corporate HR world, I work in recruitment, and it's a very scary stat that I've seen a lot of the time. 1 in 3 graduates do not end up in their chosen career paths. Now, what's more scary than that is the fact that you're looking at the world with AI coming about, and we're estimating that about 72% of jobs will be made redundant by 2027. So the world really is looking to an alternate means of securing their future, but more than that, a way that they can actually do that with stability in the home sense, but also outside of the market, which we'll go into in a bit more detail. But who are we and what are we doing on this call first and foremost? Now, we're the Lifestyle Management Group, and we have been in business for over 35 years. We're operating currently in over 48 countries, and we are expanding with a proven successful track record to show people how to earn that lifestyle income. We also do this by tailoring the income streams and some of the opportunities around your current commitments, whether you're available part-time, full-time, or just looking on a bit of a casual basis. Now, how do we do this? It's through a strong support network. We look at training, we look at finding mentoring from industry leaders, and we also work with the fastest growing company in the fastest growing industry in the world, which is, of course, health and wellness. Now, in a moment's time throughout the presentation, we'll go into a bit more detail about our affiliate and how we involve with them. But first and foremost, what can you expect in today's call? We're going to be highlighting formally some of the world currently major issues that we're facing, and also our business opportunity and our wellness solutions. You're then going to hear from some members involved in our community, and you'll also learn a bit more about Global Nutrition Affiliate, which we'll get into once again later on. Lastly, Millie's then going to walk you through a bit more about what our next steps are and what some options are for you to get started. But why are you even here? What's the interest on the call, and what's going to be about for you? Now, your interest could be about one of these many reasons. It could be simply that you want to work your own hours, or you could be your own boss. Maybe you told the person who invited you onto the call a bit about some of the financial stress you're having, or how you just want to add a bit more income streams into your lifestyle. Or simply it's just a case where, like many of us, you want to work with that sense of purpose in what you do and join that community. Now, whatever the case may be, I'm sure that over the next 45 minutes, you're going to be finding a lot of interesting information. Now, apologies, Lauren, I believe you may have overtaken the host, right? So I might need your help to assign them back to me.
Apologies, Samir, I'm about to sign your co-host rights back.
Thank you.
There we go. Apologies, everyone.
All good. Alrighty. Now, one thing I do just want to call out is that whilst we may not be for you, and you may not be for us, I'm sure you're going to find the next 20 to 30 minutes very, very interesting and valuable. And later on, we're also going to be having a little interesting personal development session, which I encourage you all to stick around for, because it's going to be led one by a very, very incredible man, Amin. But what I really want to call out first and foremost is some of the world health challenges that we're facing nowadays. And they're coming from a lot of different streams. They're coming from a decrease in food quality, in additives, in fast food. I used to get HelloFresh a while ago, but then the food that I was getting in the boxes, the carrots were all brown and moldy. Like, defeats the name HelloFresh, if you ask me. But you can't even trust nowadays the food that's just grown to the ground. More than that, we're finding around the world there are leading health issues such as diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, high blood pressure, bowel cancer and gut health. We're facing immunity issues. And more than that, for a lot of the older folk on the call, we're having high cholesterol issues. And for a lot of the younger folk, stress and anxiety. But for me, what I think is the biggest issue nowadays, especially with the online world, is there's just too many confusing opinions out there. There's too many people progressing to be self-care gurus, professing to know what they're talking about, and there's too many confusing opinions online. So what therefore we like to do is we like to just dumb it down to the basic science of it. Now, in a moment, I want to go through a bit more about our science, but in terms of our wellness solutions, I want to talk a bit more about the successful track record that we have. You're going to hear later on from some of our members of the community about some of the long-term results they've had, and they've done this through 3 simple combinations. Now, anyone in the fitness industry knows to get a successful health result, it's 20% exercise, 80% nutrition, and that makes up 100%. But here's the thing. In order to stick around to the goal, in order to stay the fire when the fire sometimes dims, you need that community support. You need that accountability for others. And that's why we look to incorporate that 3-pillar system of movement, whole foods with our smart supplementation, as well as that accountability and community support. But if there's 3 words that I'd use to describe that, for us, it's just simple, practical, but just effective. And that's largely through the science-based supplement nutrition, which we'll go into a bit later on. But the incredible thing is, it's not just about losing weight or gaining weight or simply muscle, but we also have solutions for weight management, just general energy and fitness, heart and gut health, your stress, immunity, healthy aging. One thing that I want to also call out is with regards to these, you're going to hear it from later on from people on the call, but the beauty in lies is that it's not just a case where you fix just the one, but for a lot of the people and for yourself as well, we're able to target all of them simultaneously, and we're able just to help you to get that change happening a lot faster. But more than the health issues, we're facing a lot of financial issues nowadays. I talked a bit about what I've seen in the corporate recruitment world, which is largely that right now, the market is incredibly intense. But more than that, we're also seeing that just in a cost of living scale, a lot of people are facing a lot of issues in terms of just basically affording a general income. Today in the office, in fact, I was talking to colleagues who themselves say it themselves constantly. Oh, mate, just can't wait till paycheck. Yeah, when the paycheck comes through, when the paycheck comes through. They get the week after paycheck, or especially 2 weeks after paycheck. Where is that paycheck? That money is gone. There's just too much a month at the end of the paycheck. But if you actually look across, you're not the only ones. 1.1 million people in Australia and New Zealand are actually underemployed now, which basically means they need to work more and they need additional income just to be able to stay afloat. And like I called out, 65%, but actually in internal inside report we had 72% of families are actually looking to find a supplementary income because the AI just threatens their jobs. But now what I want to do is ask some of the members in our community just to jump on, share a bit about what they've experienced and how it's helped them. And the first one I want to call upon is Nicole. Are you on the call, Nicole? Oh, here we go. I'll just unmute you. Okay.
Yes, I am here. Hi, Samir. How are you?
Good. Take it away, Nicole.
All right. Hi, everyone. Nicole here from sunny Townsville, North Queensland. A year ago, I found myself completely burnt out, exhausted, struggling with digestion, poor sleep, and dehydrated skin. No matter how much effort I put in, I just was not getting the results I wanted. As a mum of 3, working 4 days a week in finance, my husband in the mining industry on a 7/7 roster, life felt constant juggling act. I was exhausted, overwhelmed, and running on empty. That's when I reached out to Renee and started my personal training journey. And not long after that, I started the Ultimate program, and that's where everything changed for me. My energy skyrocketed, digestion improved, my skin started glowing, I got consistent with my exercise and felt stronger than ever. I've lost 9 kilos to date, and I'm shaping my body in more ways than I ever thought possible. What I also discovered was an opportunity to create royalty income. Because for me, this journey isn't just about looking and feeling better, it's about freedom. Freedom to be fully present with my family, freedom to travel, freedom to live a life on my terms, freedom to finally step into the life that I've always dreamt of. This journey has been absolutely life-changing for me, and I know it's only just the beginning. Thank you for letting me share.
Amazing share, Nikki. Thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in Hong Kong this week.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm super excited for that.
Alrighty, and next up on the call, we have the amazing Ash. Are you there on the call, Ash?
Yes, I'm here. Thanks, Samir. Thanks, Millie. Hi, everyone. I'm Ash from Perth. I'm originally from India. Before started working with our community, I just finished my master's in IT and I was working 70 to 80 hours a week. And I was doing 3 part-time jobs. I was unhealthy. I didn't know what health and nutrition was. I was really exhausted. And luckily, I came across our community. When I first heard the results from our community, I straight away started on Ultimate program. Lost 16 kilos and 17% body fat in 4 months. And I'm working on my muscle gain right now. And I feel absolutely amazing. Don't feel tired anymore. And my digestion has improved and all the health issues have resolved. And by losing those around 4 kilos in my first week, I helped 2 of my work colleagues start on Ultimate program because they wanted to lose weight as well. And by doing that, I just made $300 cash profit. And after a few months after that, I made $996. And that really got my interest into the business. And fast forward, the best part is I'm doing this right now extremely part-time in the small pockets of time because I'm doing this around my full-time job 5 days a week, and I study 2 days a week, busy being 7 days a week. I'm earning that extra $1,500 to $2,000 a month. I'm so super excited and I can't wait to do this full-time. Thank you for letting me share.
Fantastic share. Thank you, Ash. Alrighty, and next we're going to be hearing from Ellen. Are you with us, Ellen?
Yes, I'm here, Samir. Thank you so much for inviting me on to share tonight. Guys, I originally joined this community as a beyond exhausted mum. I was actually really just looking for a health result. I was at an all-time low in my life, really needed to do something about it, was very skeptical, but absolutely desperate to change my life. And so I jumped on a program, had incredible energy shift within 3 days, transformed my health and my lifestyle completely from being part of this community. Went from couch potato to running marathons and ultra marathons. Results are not typical, but they are possible. Completely changed who I was as a person by hanging out with the people in this community, and went along to a meeting just like this, but it was actually in person. And someone said to me that if you've had amazing health results and don't share that with other people, that's really selfish. So I didn't ever want to be selfish, and I wanted everybody to feel as amazing as I felt. So I just simply started sharing the goodness of this community really part-time around what was then a full-time HR management career. And what I found was I was becoming increasingly dissatisfied in that career and just love the work that we do in this community. So I actually quit my job, my full-time career a few years ago, and I've really just focused on helping people ever since. And I've, my lifestyle has completely changed. I now, work this business around running our family farm and looking after our neurodivergent teenager. But what I love is that I've got income from a couple of countries. My business is working and building even when I'm not, always present in it. It's always there for me. This community is always there for me. And every single dollar I make represents that I'm impacting somebody else's life in a positive way. And for me, that just gives me so much sense of fulfillment and purpose. And I just love being part of it. So thanks so much for letting me share.
I always love hearing your story, Ellen. Always it gives hope for other people as well working in the corporate world, so to get out of the rat race, so to speak. So I really, really appreciate you joining us today. And next we're going to be hearing from Renee over in Queensland. Over to you.
Thank you, Samir and Millie. Hi, everyone. Renee here from Townsville. I was going to say, aren't those amazing stories? Powerhouse. I love it. Thank you so much. But for me, I got started in this community now coming up to nearly 12 years in September. And I was one of those people that was just looking for better results. I was really frustrated. I was doing about 12 gym sessions a week. I was running about 70 Ks a week. So really doing that high-end exercise. And but I was also eating organically, no drinking, no smoking, no processed foods. And sadly, the only outcomes I was getting was lack of results, lack of energy, severe acne, and just really felt tired all the time. But for me, I decided to put my pride on the shelf. I watched my sister get amazing results. So after 4.5 months, I got myself on an ultimate program. And just by adding that into my regime, I lost 6 kilos, 24 centimeters just in 33 days. My energy went through the roof in a couple of days. My acne disappeared in 5 weeks. And my sleeping time cut down by half. And for me, that was the most important thing because I just really felt like I got half my life back. But like you've heard, most of us don't really look at the business opportunity, but it is a result-driven business. And people started to ask me what I was doing. So I just felt so great. I wanted to help more people day by day. I attended the events, I went to the trainings. And just by doing that, I was able to match my salary in 6 months, which enabled me to quit my job, fire my boss, and I relocated back to Townsville. And if I fast forward nearly 12 years, I do have multiple businesses in and outside of this industry. I've traveled the world with this business opportunity. Like you've heard, we're all going to Hong Kong this week, so we're very excited. I've qualified some fully paid vacations with the company. I've moved myself into that 5 to 15K very, very part-time around what I'm currently doing. And I'm just really excited to help people get better results, better energy, and just to provide them that financial independence opportunity if they choose. So back to you, team.
Amazing share. Thank you, Renee. And once again, looking forward to seeing you in Hong Kong in 2 days? Now, we're meant to hear from Bruce, but unfortunately, Bruce did text. He has got delayed on the way to Hong Kong. So he's still up in the air at the moment. So unfortunately, for those looking to hear more about Bruce's story, you'll have to stick around. It's an amazing story. You can see Virat Kohli right there. Yes, he did meet them. So I'm sure you're going to want to stick around for Bruce's story next week. But Amin, we're going to head over to you, mate. And how about you share us a bit more? And before you do that, I want to just let everyone know, Amin will be leading our personal development later on today. So as you hear a story and if something resonates with you, stick around because there's way more to share. Amin, over to you, mate.
Thanks, Samir. Hi, Dr. Midi. Hi, Samir. Hi, everybody. Amin Riazati from Melbourne, Australia here. I joined the community about 15 years ago. At the time, I was looking for financial liberty and time freedom. And I met a gentleman who introduced me to this community. And I'm not sure why, but luckily I said yes. And all I did was use some nutrition products, got great results, weight loss, energy gain, muscle gain. And, I attended some trainings and I listened and I applied. And, before that, I had 2 university degrees. I had 2 businesses. I was electronics, I had an electronics center. I had a childcare center. Within 4.5 years, I sold the businesses. When I got my income to that $20,000 bracket per month, sold the businesses. And I've been doing this business, this opportunity, mainly part-time, traveling, spending a lot of time with my 2 young girls and, very hands-on father. And the best part is, the health is great. The financial freedom and liberty is awesome. And the people that you get to meet around the world, unbelievable because, we work in 94 different countries. So you get the opportunity to interact and have a network from all different walks of life and all different nationalities. The best part is the person you become along the journey. And for me, that has been one of the most unbelievable achievements in this business. And I'm looking forward to having another 20 minutes with you guys in the personal development session. So thank you very much for letting me share and incredible stories. Thank you.
Fantastic. Amin. Thanks for wrapping that up. And what we're going to be doing now is I'm going to be passing over to Dr. Millie just to share a bit more about the opportunity side, about how it could look for you, and about how this business actually operates. Dr. Millie, over to you.
Thank you, Samir. Thank you, everyone, for sharing tonight. You know, you heard it tonight. It's just a little snippet of what's actually happening, you know, within the community. Now, this opportunity is equal. There's an equal opportunity for everyone based on your individual desires and goals. You know, we will work with you and we will help you achieve that if you, as long as you are teachable. So what we have, we have our business and income opportunity. We actually have two solutions. Now, the first solution that we have, what we do is we help show people. We show people how they can earn an income around their current commitments, whether they do it very part-time, whether they do it full-time. Now, as I shared, I'm a full-time doctor and I do this business very part-time. And I found it just through my own personal results. So you see there, the first solution that we have, the first opportunity is what we call an active income. Now, this is when you get your own personal health results and you start to attract clients. Now, if you're just helping, let's just say a handful of people, about 10 clients in a very basic lifestyle nutrition program, you have an opportunity of earning $1,500 a month. Now, if you have big goals, if you have like career level goals, you want to leave that legacy behind for your family, you want to leave that legacy behind for your children, we have what we call the lifestyle income. And this is an income in which you earn residual income in multiple ways. And the fantastic thing about this level of income is that you get to build a team and you've got an ability to earn an extra $5,000 to $15,000 a month or more, as you heard from the people that are already working the project tonight. Now, we always say, who do you know in the other countries? You would have heard from tonight the people that have shared. They mentioned 94 other countries, and we are going to go to that next slide after that. Now, this is the company that we are affiliated with. Now, Lifestyle Management Group, we choose to affiliate with the #1 active and lifestyle company in the world, and that is Herbalife Nutrition. Now, Herbalife Nutrition, they operate in 95 markets globally. Now, they have an 8.6 billion suggested retails. That's the latest one in 2023. They actually sponsor 150 plus elite athletes and 6 Olympic committees. You can see there, that's Cristiano Ronaldo. You have the Sydney Wanderers, just to name a few. Now, Herbalife Nutrition is the #1 active and lifestyle nutrition brand in the world. Now, not only does Herbalife, not only is Herbalife #1, they also have a fantastic science. There's a fantastic leadership, science behind the company. Now, they've got over 250 experts and doctors in nutrition. These are people that not only do they put together the products, they actually use it for their general well-being. And, it's guided by research, it's driven by quality, and of course, they deliver excellence on every level. If you can get the next slide. So this is what this is what I absolutely love about, about the Lifestyle Management Group and what we are a part of, the system, the support system that we have. I'm currently here in American Samoa, but we're plugged into this huge support system. We always say you're in business by yourself, but never by yourself. So you've got an access to a huge online information library. You've got business coaching and development, you've got product training and personal mentoring, we've got Facebooks, we've got social media apps in which you can be supported, and of course the regular trainings such as this that we have online, and of course the big events that are coming, that's currently happening in Hong Kong and other parts of the world in person. So if you're wondering, you're asking yourself, okay, Dr. Millie, Samir, these are fantastic information. What are my next steps? Well, these are your next steps. If you have seen an opportunity for yourself, whether it is to improve your health or whether it is that you wanna earn that extra income, this is what you need to do in the next 24 to 48 hours. You're gonna go back to the person that invited you onto the call tonight, and they will help you with these steps. Now, the first step that we're going to do is you're gonna get to register as a member with an affiliate company. We'll also get you to purchase your own lifestyle program. Now, the reason why you do this, you get to experience your own nutrition program for yourself, and as you share it with others, you are sharing from the heart. You'll also get to specify your financial and lifestyle goals, get to create an action plan, with your mentors, and of course, attend the training workshops that's available. Can have the next slide. So the Lifestyle Management Group, and what we absolutely love about it and what separates us from the rest, we've got a product, an amazing product that transforms people's health, and it's highly consumable. We've also got a leadership and personal development system, which will take you from where you are to where you want to go. We've got a proven track record and a history of great success in developing people to improve their health and financial situation. And at the Lifestyle Management Group, we really pride ourselves, and I'm absolutely honored to be part of this, to be part of this group in providing solutions to take your money concerns out of your life. So as we are coming, and can I get the next slide? That is the end of our showcase tonight. Thank you everyone for being part of the first part of this section. I'm going to hand it over back to Samir, who's going to be going through some other calls that are currently happening throughout the week and also tonight. And he's going to introduce Amin, our fantastic speaker for the Mindset Mastery.